Thanks for being with us here on RT and welcome to the business news for this hour. The price of oil has reached a 2.5-year high amid new concerns about the situation in Libya. Brent crude is currently trading around $117 a barrel, while light sweet is hovering around $107. So how is this affecting the spike in the market? Has the spike affecting the market and the Russian economy as a whole? I'm joined here in the studio by Konstantin Simonov, head of the National Energy Security Fund. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for the invitation.
Now, look, should Russia be rubbing its hands with glee as the oil prices continue to rise?
Why not? Why not? Of course, it's not a secret that the incomes from oil and gas sector is very, very important for Russian Federation. The share of oil and gas business in our budget is very high. So that is why, of course, it's a good news for Russia. That's why we are waiting for the new maximums.
But on the downside, perhaps, couldn't it be a disincentive for Russia to innovate? You know, for example, when the money pours in without any effort being put into it?
You know, it's a typical interpretation of some of our economists and some foreign economists who are speaking about Holland disease, who are speaking about this resource curve and so on, so on, so on. You know, I'm the strong enemy of such theories, and I had a lot of discussions about it. I think you may have a special program about this resource curve, because it's a very important question. But you know, I have two simple ideas. First idea is that if you want to innovate, if you want to have some innovation, you have a strong need in money. And explain me where we can find money except oil and gas business in Russia. So it's a very simple thing. And another idea is also very simple. Oil and gas business today is a very, very difficult industry. Why not to innovate inside this oil and gas business? We have Stockman project, we have project in Arctic, in Sakhalin Island. They are extremely difficult from technical point of view. If we want to have innovations, why not to have innovations in our oil and gas business?
So you're talking about the extra revenue being very helpful. Where do you think it should be put? Do you think it should be put back into the oil market or into the oil businesses?
You mean Russian revenues?
Yes, absolutely.
I think that first of all we must think about increasing of production in East Siberia and in the north part of Russia, in Arctic zone, because it's not a secret that if oil prices will be more than $150 per 1 barrel, it will be possible to produce oil and gas on the north part of Russia, I mean Arctic zone. So that is why, first of all, we must think about increasing of our production, because our brown fields in west part of Siberia, they are exhausted. So that is why, first of all, we must put this money to increase our oil and gas production future.
Now, rising oil prices often mean a fall in global growth. How insulated from that effect do you think Russia will be?
Oh, Katrina, so you want to, let's return, for example, to 2008. It was the beginning of the global economic crisis. Please show me one economist who told that the main reason for this economic crisis was high oil prices. We can remember that in 2008, you know that oil prices were more than $150 per 1 barrel. But nobody was talking that high oil prices is the main reason for this crisis. So that is why we can remember the situation on the market of United States, about this bubble in real estate in the United States. So these were the main reasons for this crisis, not high oil prices. That is why it's not correct now to say that if we will return to the situation in 2008, to the prices of on oil more than $150 per barrel, it will be the beginning of the new stage of our crisis. It's not correct to say it.
So you think we're safe with this oil price rising? It's only positive.
I'm absolutely sure that if we will have economic crisis, it will be not because of high prices on oil.
Fair enough, fair enough. Thank you for joining us in the studio, Konstantin. And now let's take a look at the markets. Businesses in Russia could be in for a tax break. President we'll go to the story. Medvedev says the social tax rate, which pays for healthcare and pensions, should be lowered. It went up to 34% at the beginning of the year, and many analysts say it's having a negative impact on all types of businesses. However, Pyotr Medvedev, a partner at Ernst & Young, says the taxation is not the main issue for investors.
I don't think the